Okay, so welcome to the demo of LYTTY. So let me just show you by entering to one of the demo account of LYTTY on how LYTTY helps you in your customer engagement and analytics process first. Right. Uh, Let me just log into demo account. So once if you log in, this is a screen where you're, you can see the whole process of using LYTTY starts with integrating your sales data. As we all know, LYTTY basically sits on top of your sales software. So first, what you need to do is go to integration section, and you need to complete the integration with any of the point of sale or the sales software what you basically use. If you are using some Shopify kind of e-commerce, you can, there are a lot of plugins what is available with a no code integration. You just need to put that API, open-ended API in this LYTTY, and automatically the sales will start flowing into the LYTTY from whatever application you have integrated. So once if you integrated this your sales data, immediately LYTTY will start showing you a lot of insights on your existing customer behavior. So one other thing, immediately what you can go and see is there are different dashboards what you're given. So you can go to the customer dashboard and you can see what exactly is the customer landscape on a year to year basis. Say for example, if you're going to check 2024 data, so you can see that who are your top 5 customers, and what is actually your customer acquisition looks like. So this chart will give you an analysis of how many new customers are coming each month versus how many are repeating in that particular month. So this data will be very useful in analyzing what is your new customers versus existing customers ratio, which are who are regularly coming to your store or retail business. This is another very important an analytics piece what you can use as a retail business owner, where it will show you a frequency of customers who are coming to your retail business and purchasing your products or services. So you can understand how many times people are coming. Say for example, in 2024, what the year what you took, you can see that 36% of the persons have come only once, right? Like that, 19% have come only twice. So there is it's a very good indication that there is a huge scope for creating a particular campaign to make them come back to your retail business, right? So if you so like this, there are multiple dashboards what you can see, and if and there is another thing called customer insight, where what the LYTTY will do is, as soon as we get the sales data, your entire customers will be put into 10 different baskets based on their customer purchase behavior. And you can understand that in your say this many number of customers, which segment of the customers you want to target, so that you can make sure that the retention is increased as per your objective. See, in this particular case, you can see that all these top boxes what you see, the need attention, about to sleep, cannot lose, and all those things are created by the LYTTY backend AI algorithm, which will help you to say or identify this kind of customer sets are actually going to go away from you if you are not taken any action. Say for example, if you are going and clicking on hibernating customers, there are, you can understand the 166 customers who might be hibernating, right? So what you can do is, so you can see this many number of customers are going to hibernate. So what we are actually showing you is a kind of an insight on the customer purchasing behavior. So another thing, what as a retail business owner, what you need to understand is you need to convert these insights into an actionable insight. So for that, LYTTY has got a lot of features, like you can create, segment, or cluster your customers based on whatever query what you've done. Say for example, if you click on hibernating customers, just click on create segment, and immediately, say for example, if 25, so I just given it some name, and automatically it will create with this 166 people as a batch of customers or a segment of customers, so that you can take action on them, right? So like that, in each and every report what you see, say for example, we have shown you the customer dashboard, where you can see that 36% of the customers are one timers. Click on it, and again from here you can create the one time customers from here, and you can mark it as segment. So this is one of the very important thing what LYTTY will start giving you insights on, right? So once if you understood that, okay, there is different gaps what you want to fill it out, so that you can improve your business, you create different customer segments. So 2 customer segments what I just shown you, you can create. So once if you create this segment, automatically all the segments whatever we have created will display in the segment section. You can see that the hibernating thing what I just created, I can see that this is listed here with 166 people, and I can see who are all those customers, and what is the revenue generated by this particular segment of customers, what is the average order value these customers are giving to us, and all those things, right? So also you can create multiple different segment from our predefined templates of segmentation. There are multiple options what is already available. Say for example, if you want to know like who are your top value high value customers, or say let us see where is the high value, where is who are the high value customers. So you can just create a group, and you can say that, okay, whoever is purchasing about 10k is in this particular time frame, or we can say that there are high value customers, and you just search for them, and you can see that, okay, there are 1100 people who belongs to this particular revenue bracket. So you can just again create a segment out of it, and you can make this data ready to create some kind of campaign. So whatever the segments what you created, you can see it from here. And once you created a segment, next thing what you need to do is start creating campaigns, and let us engage with the customers on a very hyper personalized coupons, right? So once if you decided that, okay, I'm going to focus on these one timers and hibernating customers, now what you need to do is you need to create some kind of coupon codes from inside this LYTTY itself, and saying that bring back customers, and just give a coupon code, bring 25 or something like that, and we'll say this is the the validity from, I'm going to give 1 month or this month as a validity. And now this is a very important thing, like you need to select which segment you're going to focus on. This is where it really gives a lot of personalized touch. This is a segment what I just created, hibernating 166 people, and I'm going to save this, and once if I save it, you can create a campaign from that particular thing, whether it's a WhatsApp campaign or SMS campaign, or email campaign. So all these things, like you can directly create it from here. Just click on create WhatsApp campaign. If you have integrated WhatsApp to LYTTY, you can directly create a campaign, and you can select which template what you're going to send to this particular customers. So there are a lot of templates what you can automatically sync from your WhatsApp application to LYTTY, so that you can start working on it without any glitch, right? So what we are trying to show is, initially after connecting to your sales data, LYTTY will start showing a lot of insights about your customers' purchase behavior. You understand your customer purchase behavior, and as per your business strategy, segment them, cluster them, and you start working on the campaigns, so that you can start and you can understand which are all the customers whom you are going to connect or engage with. So once you run a campaign, as we are integrating the sales data, we are also able to know, like, out of these 166 people, only one person have used this particular coupon code. So you can understand what is the effectiveness of this particular campaign, which is very, very important to understand the ROI as with regards to any business, right? So this is a kind of very action oriented business strategy steps what you can work on LYTTY. And not only this, LYTTY has got a deeper analysis on your customer data. Say for example, there is something called repeat purchase analysis, which we are providing in LYTTY, where you can understand what is your repeat purchase, the rates spanning throughout an year, or you can compare with different years and all those things, right? So generally, many successful retailers always benchmark on which is the best retaining customer retention rate, and if it is below that, they create different campaigns to bring that particular customer purchase return to that particular stage. Say for example, if your industry average of customer retention is 35%, and if you are running on 20%, that is what LYTTY shows with existing data, you can work out different campaigns to make it to 35, right? So this is one analysis which will be very useful for you. There is another analysis what you can work on is called customer retention. You can understand, say for example, if you want to know from those customers who purchased in the last year, June or July, or whichever month, how many people have actually come back from that particular cluster who are joined on this particular month. Say for example, September 24, there are 20 customers joined in your organization, just purchased freshly. You can just click on it, you can understand that how many have still on one timers, how many have two timers, and all those things. So you can directly create a segment. So this is again a deeper analysis of your existing customer data, what LYTTY can give, and it also works on your product dashboard. Like it will automatically give you which product is actually being in a very good demand, like so across the time frame. So like this, there are multiple deep analysis what you can do. Like even there is something called cross-selling concept, where you can understand that how people are buying product as a combination of products. Say for example, if if one particular customers who are purchasing Kanjivaram sari is also buying yoga pants, that is a kind of pattern what you're seeing here, right? So 27% of the customers who are purchasing Kanjivaram sari also buy yoga pant, which generally don't gel together, but somehow people are buying. So it is again a business point for you, and you can start working on this particular customers who are buying Kanjivaram sari. You can recommend yoga pants, so that we can still understand whether there is any real correlation between this kind of two products. That's what the system shows now, right? So this kind of analysis, multiple analysis what you can do, take it from LYTTY. So this is with regards to the customer engagement and analytics part of LYTTY as such, right?